The last few years have been an absolute disaster for Disney. That's no secret anymore. They can't pretend like everything's okay, losing billions of dollars on Disney Plus each and every quarter. And of course, when you look at just the past year or so of movie releases, theatrical releases, they're also looking at nearly $1 billion lost. Spoiler alert for Disney, it's not going to get any better. In fact, in a few days, it's going to get significantly worse because Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny is about to release, and this thing might be the biggest flop they've had, not just in the past few years, but maybe of all time. Indiana Jones 5 won't reverse Disney's recent box office woes. This thing is about to officially open up in theaters, and the prospects look just about as bleak as you could possibly imagine. Not just here domestically. The numbers we heard a few weeks ago look to be tracking true. $60 to $65 million domestic opening. Keep in mind, that's down from a $100 million opening all the way back in 2008 for Indiana Jones Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. But you know what? If this movie cost $100 million to make or something like that, they probably wouldn't be too worried. That'd probably be an okay opening. The problem is, this movie's production budget is around $300 million that they've reported. That might not be including some of the significant reshoots that they did. Oh, and by the way, the marketing budget on top of that, probably around $150 million. That would mean this is a movie that needs to make somewhere in the realm of $900 million before it thinks about breaking even and making a profit. And now with the numbers that we just got for Indiana Jones on a global scale, it just makes things even worse. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny to whip up $140 million global opening. To put this in perspective, again, let's look back at Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, which opened in 2008, by the way. In 2008, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull made just a little under $800 million its global box office run. Started with a $100 million domestic opening, but its global opening was $271 million. Right now, the global opening for Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny looks like it might be half of what we saw from Crystal Skull. When you compare the $140 million opening to things we've seen recently, I don't know, like The Flash, $139 million global opening. Black Adam, $143 million global opening. Both of those movies, Black Adam didn't reach $400 million. Flash might not reach $300 million of the global box office. I'd imagine Dial of Destiny will have a better hold than we saw from Flash. Might be similar to Black Adam, though. You're talking about something that may struggle to reach $400 million globally with that type of opening. That's what we're talking about now with this fifth Indiana Jones movie. That would be a disaster of epic proportions for Disney. To put it in perspective, if this thing made $400 million, say they get to keep about half of that because half the revenue goes to the theaters, about half is going to come back, a little more domestically, a little less internationally. We know how those numbers work. But that would be $200 million that goes in Disney's pocket when they have spent at least $450 million on this movie. That would be a massive, massive loss for them. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny could end up being one of the biggest flops we've ever seen, not just for Disney, but really for anyone. When you look at all the money invested versus what they might get back from it. This is pathetic, and it shows you what Disney has done to their brand. It shows you what Lucasfilm has done to all of their brands and franchises. People don't trust an Indiana Jones movie coming from Disney Lucasfilm with what they've done to Star Wars and everything else that they've touched. There's no excitement for this. It's not even going to come close to matching the opening weekend of what we saw from 2008, back when tickets were about $7 a piece on average. Whereas today, most opening weekends, you're looking at ticket prices averaging somewhere between $13 and $14, nearly twice what people were paying for tickets all the way back then. The audience has walked away from Disney over the past several years. That's not really a surprise, but if you thought things were bad for Disney, if you thought the box office was bad for Disney now, just wait. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny is almost here, and it looks like it's going to be catastrophic. Let me know your thoughts about all this in the comment section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.